Welcome back to the Nerdery. On this episode, we're going to unbox and assemble the Hoss Snowspeeder with Ralter.
We're going to have to back it out for this one. Oh man, dude. Wow, that box is amazing. So the Snowspeeder is actually a T-47 airspeeder that was modified by the Rebel Alliance to be used on Hoth. They insulated the fins with side panels to make it be able to perform in that frigid climate. So the T-47 is designed to be a low altitude aircraft. It's not as maneuverable as an X-Wing, but can reach speeds up to 1,100 kilometers per hour. So glad it arrived relatively unscathed. This was Amazon's second attempt to get it to me. We're also going to throw in a bonus Luke Skywalker unboxing because I can't have a Snowspeeder without Luke. This was one of my favorite toys when I was a kid growing up, and it's my third favorite Star Wars spaceship. Millennium Falcon's #1, Vader's TIE Interceptor's 2, and the Snowspeeder's #3, and it's a very, very slim margin. What do you guys think of that ranking, and what are your favorite Star Wars spaceships? Alright, let's take a closer look at this glorious box. Up top, you have the Star Wars Black Series logo. In the middle, above the Snowspeeder, you have the schematics, and then you have a real nice picture of the Snowspeeder with the 40th Empire Strikes Back anniversary. Man, that is just a beautiful, grayscale drawing of the Snowspeeder flying on Hoth. The left-hand corner, it says Snowspeeder, Ralter. Right-hand corner has a picture of them together. Turning it to its side, it's in red, says Snowspeeder, Ralter. And on the back, it gives you quite a bit to enjoy. We'll start up here on the left. Star Wars Black Series logo with the Snowspeeder and Ralter descriptions. You have a picture of the Snowspeeder and figure, and then some more close-up shots of the Snowspeeder and figure. All right, guys, I can't wait another second to rip this open. Who's with me? Go that way. Wow. Dude, that's massive. Look at that. Normally my unboxing videos have a quick couple-second montage, but this thing is so awesome, I'd like to share it with you guys. So I'm going to try to open this up as gently as I can because I want to preserve it in case, ever have to move or whatever someday. Alright, let's see if that'll pull up. Oh yeah. Alright. Pull that up there. Oh, dude, do you hear that? Do you hear it? Oh my god, as soon as I picked this up and put it in my hands, this is all I could hear.
Alright, boys, keep tight now.
Luke, I have no approach vector. I'm not set.
Steady, Dak. Attack pattern Delta. Go now.
Dude, look at that. Just right out of the box. Man, I said at the beginning I had this as a kid, but... oh, dude, if that little dude could see this right now, he'd poop himself. The cannons are tied in with a rubber band. I'm going to try to retain it. So this has two rubber bands on it. I'm going to try to cut the bottom and slide it out. Keep that middle one intact. Let's see. Maybe. Nope, you got to cut it. Here's Dak, right out of the plastic. And then let's get these. Let's see what came in the plastic. It'd be fun if we could assemble it together. So here are the components. You have the covering here for the engine, 2 cannon blasters. You have this component, which I'm assuming is part of the engine. And then you have the tow cable, which we can use to take down AT-ATs. So I would just want to zoom in real quick here on this part of the engine, so you guys can take a look before we cover it up. I'm going to use Kit Fisto's lightsaber as a pointer. So there it looks like a lot of intricate detail here. It looks like wiring, lots of cords and tubing. This looks like part of the engine. This is really cool if you want to look like it was, it got shot down and right before it got crushed by the AT-AT. I'm going to go at random here. Let me know which way you would have chosen. All right, first thing I'm going to do is put on the tow cable. Then I'll put the covering over the engine here. Slides down like that. Just press down on it. Goes right into place, and when you want to pop it out, there's a little lip here for it. So I appreciate them making that easy. Looks like it's part of the engine going that way, but I guess it could be part of the blaster cannon too. Awesome, that just pops into place. And put a square peg in a round hole. Apparently you can put this round tube in a 6-sided opening. Maybe you can't fit a circle in a 6-sided hole. There you go. That one's going in. They didn't look side specific, but they do have different paint on. Maybe they are side specific. Look at Dak. Looks awesome in his Hoth Snowspeeder uniform. After we put Dak in the Snowspeeder, we're going to unbox Luke. And we'll take a closer look at this figure because they're pretty much the same. Here is Dak's helmet. I like that. Plain with the Rebels insignia. Also comes with these 2 grenades, one of which got used to take down an AT-AT. This is the harpoon that Luke uses to shoot himself up into the AT-AT to throw one of those grenades. You have multiple colors on this. Silver, black, gunmetal. Let's see what he looks like with this helmet. This is a tight fit. Alright, let's throw Dak in the cockpit and take a real close look at this Snowspeeder. So my cockpit is legit hard to open. Like, this I finally loosened up, so it'll come out here, but this side just really sticks. And you gotta like really pinch and then pull it to come out. I appreciate that it stays in, but hopefully that loosens up a little over time. Pop off the seatbelt tabs in position. Whee! Oh, he fits in real nice. All right, bend the elbows. Left shoulder goes in pretty easy. This right one, I'm really having to pull it and it wants to pop out. There we go, got it. Nice. Wow, he looks sweet. All right, let's take a close look inside the cockpit. Zooming in freehand, there are the controls for the harpoon and tow cable. That is some serious detail on that aiming screen there. That is so cool. And then if you look along the side panels, there's just lots of buttons and controls. And then coming over here, you have 3 grenades on each side. And then there's Luke's harpoon sitting right there to the left of where Dak will sit. And then if we come in and look here, again, you just have more controls and detail on the side. All right, flipping it around, you have 2 control sticks. Sides have more knobs, buttons. And then right there is the front of the cockpit. And that's probably his aiming reticule and has some other data there. I think they did a pretty sweet job on the inside for both Dak and Luke. What do you guys think? So zooming back out of the cockpit, the co-pilot is covered and doesn't have any windows, and you can see there's a lot of wiring running through it. And then here are the ejector handles, which unfortunately for Dak did not work. You got different color paneling here, a good amount of scuff marks, and then Arabish, which are probably warnings of like, don't climb on, this is hot. Here's the engine, more scuff marks, more Arabish here at the window. And then you come to the back panel here, and you have these arrows, and I see there's another little divot here. So let's see if this comes out easier. Oh yeah. So this pops up. Oh dude. So these are the foils that it uses, like when it's coming in and turning, and it goes like these pop up as they're flying in the movie, right? And they adjust. Oh, I didn't realize it had this too. And then check that out. You got some really neat silver detail there. I am not an engineer, so I can't pretend to know what all that stuff is. I just know it looks technical and cool. Engines here, warning symbol, and then these are more flaps in the back. So these move, yep. Just real neat, geeky details, huh? And then again, you got more detail and engineering. And then here's part of the engine, and then the tow cable. Very cool. More flaps here, engine, and then you have the 2 warning symbols. Now let's take a look on this side. You got another flap here for when you're in flight and you need to make a steep turn. And then again, some real great, discoloration, just showing that it's been in battle. So this is the side where this flap comes off and it exposes the engine. You can take this part of the engine off. So here it really looks like it ran up against something. You can see how it's all nicked up, and then it goes right with all that paint. That looks amazing. And looking at the front, this is actually like a nice shiny gray piece. And then this is sticking up here with a warning symbol, so maybe that's some kind of exhaust. And there's a really neat front view with the cockpit out. Underneath, we have landing gear. Let's see how to open up these landing gears. Went back in easy. Alright, this comes out. Does this extend or anything? No, it just comes out like that. Okay. So nothing too fancy. Those just fold out. They don't move or anything. And then this is probably the other one. Got fat stubby fingers. Oh. And grab my stylus from my note. Alright, and that one comes like that. Here is probably where you retract that tow cable. Yep. Perfect. Cable's in, landing gear is out. Let's flip it over and see what it looks like. Dude, that is a majestic Snowspeeder. It's just missing one thing. Luke. Let's rip him open, take a close look at the figure, and then throw him in the
Cool
cockpit.
style. Oh man, I'm so glad I got another one. That hurt, but it was fun.
Yes, Luke. And then Anakin's lightsaber. Yes. Here's a close look at Anakin's lightsaber. I had this figure growing up. My two favorite Luke figures were Snowspeeder Luke from Hoth, and then Return of the Jedi Luke from the Jabba the Hutt scene. This is just like the next level version of that, man. He is amazing. You have the yellow goggles, and you got even the part in the chin, and the helmet is nicely weathered. You got all kinds of detail. You got the Rebel insignia. I don't know what these mean. You can see just the dirt all over it. And then you have a red stripe here with a gold stripe inside of it. You got yellow stripes on the front with red striping. And it looks homemade, which is really cool because they're Rebels, and it probably was. All right, there's his flight box. Really nice flexible torso. And good flexibility on the arms. Butterfly joint. And then you got a pin here at the elbow. And then the wrist moves up and down as well, which is great if you have a blaster or a lightsaber. And the belt hinders movement out this way, but he's got some nice cargo pants on. Because that is just that one joint there, it has good movement this way, but that's as far as you can take it. And then foot moves like this. So pretty solid articulation. My initial plan was to have him for the Snowspeeder, but now that he's out, I might actually take, that panel off and the engine off and make it look like he's trying to pull Dak out or him out with his lightsaber or something. I knew he'd be a cool figure, but he's way cooler than I even expected. All right, man, let's throw him in there and see what it looks like. Here's the harpoon. I'm gonna take it and put it down the channel this way and get it right into that little square hole. Nice, look at that, fits right in. So cool. Time for Luke to get in the cockpit of the Snowspeeder. That side's a tight fit, but not as tight. Oh man, it looks so cool. I'm gonna try to put his hand on the... Oh wow, dude. All right, let's take a look together at Luke in the cockpit before we close it. If little dude could just see me now with this big toy, man, I can't imagine getting something like this as a kid. My head would have literally exploded. I really appreciate how this is not just crystal clear, because they're on Hoth, which is an ice planet, and it would probably be a little fogged up. All right, check it out. Luke and Dak are in the Snowspeeder. I have to be honest, this exceeds expectations. The scale of it, the detail, the airbrush on it. I mean, just Dak putting Luke in. It is everything you'd hope it would be and more. Now my only problem is, where the bleep am I gonna put it?
It's so big, it's not gonna fit on my shelf in the nerdery closet. So I really have two options for this room. I could put it here on the side of my desk, which there is a good amount of space here, or I could put it over here where I used to have my miniature saltwater aquarium. So I think ultimately maybe it'll come over here, but for right now, we're gonna put it back in this spot here just for ease of use. And it's gonna look pretty sweet sitting right there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and spending time with me in the nerdery. This was arguably the coolest thing I've done a video on yet. I hope I was able to share my genuine happiness from the Snowspeeder to you and that you enjoyed it as well. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to join the noble quest of building this action figure collection. See you real soon.